Hey guys, Eric here, and we're back in Solstice Tavern for something extremely exciting. If we're in Solstice Tavern, you know that means one thing. We're gonna be doing a video game video, and that's what we're doing today. Today, on Problem Solved, all things Megacade, we are not gonna talk about the big Megacade, but I have something very, very special. Something a little bit smaller than the Megacade. You've seen it on this channel before, but today we're gonna make some modifications to it. And of course, I'm talking about this, the Asus ROG Ally. And today we're adding something very special to it. All right, let's get this one started. Alright, so the ROG Ally has been out for a little bit now. It's a really good system. It's proven itself to be a pretty good handheld PC. It's not without its issues. Most of its issues have been fixed through software and firmware updates though. It's a really good system. It's got really powerful hardware in it, and it's really, really good for emulation. In fact, that's the main reason I got the ROG Ally, is because I wanted handheld emulation and I wanted basically the Megacade experience on the go. Come to find out, not only is the ROG Ally capable of this experience, but it can basically run almost any game that the Megacade can run right here. And what does that mean? That means gaming from your couch. That means gaming on the go. This means bring your Megacade wherever you are. Now, of course, you're not gonna have, the joystick control panel experience, but, all the emulation you want right here in your hands, and you get to play it wherever you like. If you've got a ROG Ally, or if you've got any other handheld PC, get a screen protector. Preferably a tempered glass screen protector, something like this. This is really cheap. I think this was $9.99 for a 2-pack on Amazon. Tempered glass screen protector specifically designed for the ROG Ally. I'm gonna apply this to the ROG Ally, and then we'll get to the real exciting stuff, which is bringing the full basically the full Megacade experience right here to your hands. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply the screen protector to my ROG Ally here. And we've got some cleaning wipes, we've got a dust cloth, we've got, some dust absorbing stickers, or, whatever. There you go. You've got a screen protector on your ROG Ally. That's the first modification we're doing, but that's not the most exciting one. Let me clean this up and then we'll get to the real stuff. All right, guys, I cannot tell you how excited I am for this. I've delayed long enough. It's time just to get to it. This box here, what does that logo mean? I don't know if you can read it. It says Bearded Man Arcades. What is this? This is a complete handheld PC retro drive with emulation and all the games you could ever ask for on one micro SD card. Bearded Man Arcades. This was started by my boy Eli. He finally decided to make a drive and open up a store. I will put a link to his store down in the description below. People have been asking him for a long time to make an arcade drive because the guy is so good at configuring emulation, and just he's detail oriented. Oh, it's just great. How did he start Bearded Man Arcades? I don't know. I've thought about it, but I think it went a little something like this. Oh my gosh!
What is your problem?
Babe, this thing needs retro games.
We contact your friend Eli.
Contact Eli? Hey, Eli, you there? Dude, I need some retro games, and I need it on the ROG Ally, and I need it like yesterday. Can you get that for me? Come to Florida? Okay. Hey, babe, I'm going to Florida. I'm going to Florida?
No,
Okay.
I do whatever you want.
I'll be back. Eli! Eli! Hey! Finally made it to Florida. You made it. Have a drink, man. Chill out. Let's make some magic. Eli, you don't understand, man. I need retro games and I need them on the ROG Ally. Is that something you can do? Have you ever thought of software design or emulation or anything like that? Hey, just relax. This is Florida. Just relax. Well, it is like bartending. It is putting stuff inside of other stuff. All right, I'll do it. Thanks, Eli. You're the best. Hey! He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
What?
He's gonna do it. Eli's gonna do it. Yeah, Bearded Man Arcades. He's gonna do it.
Okay. Go to sleep.
Okay. I can't wait. Is that how Bearded Man Arcade started? I have no idea. It's just a fun little story. I love you, Eli. Thank you for doing this. This is his drive, and to my knowledge, this is the first one he's ever shipped out. And I get to be the lucky one to make a video for it, and I'm so excited for this. Trust me, the guy is pretty well known in the arcade emulation community, but he's just a champion. He was a member of the Manhattan Project drive, if you're familiar with that. The Manhattan Project team, he was a member of that. He was also, or he is also a member of the Omega team, if you're familiar with that emulation drive. This is specifically designed for handheld PCs. He sent this over to me. I paid him for it. I wanted to give an honest review. I've honestly never put this in my Asus ROG yet. So, you know, your first experience is gonna be my first experience, and we'll see how it goes. Everyone that orders, he also sends an instruction manual, a PDF instruction manual to your email address. So it's got all the information that you need there. This is a 1 terabyte micro SD card that's preloaded. What do you get in the box? I think he sells this, I think this retails for $250. I will double check that, and I will put a link, as I said, to his store down in the description below. Let's open it up and see what you get. Bearded Man Arcades. We have some nice little packaging. And we have this right here. Look at these little stickers. I don't know if you can see these. These are incredible. This says BMA for Bearded Man Arcades, 1 terabyte drive. That's amazing. He gets a bunch of these in the box. That's so cool. I love these little stickers. So he gives you that. Where's the actual drive? Here it is. Here we go. Here's the micro SD card right there. Here's our micro SD card. Let's boot up the Asus ROG. So it's been a day since I had to cut this video. I wanted to make sure I familiarized myself with the drive before I booted it up, just in case we ran into any issues. I would be able to inform you guys on what configurations were needed to be adjusted and whatnot. Basically, everything kind of works right out of the box. I'm gonna start it up here in a second and you'll see exactly what I mean. It's pretty damn incredible. So I'm gonna start it up. I'm gonna show you guys what's going on. There is a setting that you need to adjust, but it's in the instruction manual that gets emailed to you. But check out this startup video. This is just amazing. I turned down the volume. Gotta turn it up. This video is awesome. This is the intro video as soon as you start up the RetroBat, and it's incredible, man. Bearded Man Arcades, Eli, my boy, did an incredible job with this. So as soon as you start it up, this is what happens. You can skip this video, but why would you want to? I mean, it's just awesome. There's this logo right there. It's gonna take you right here where you can essentially just select what system you wanna play. He's included an incredible variety of games on here, and pretty much everything just works out of the box. If you notice, it's got a wheel, which is very similar to the Megacade. I love that. because everything just kind of looks the same. It's basically the Megacade experience right here in your hands, and I'm just so excited. I'm so pumped for that. All right, so I'm gonna start up a few games on here. Let's go into, I love my MAME games, so I gotta go into MAME first. We're gonna go ahead and select MAME, and then here's our list of games. One setting that you wanna make sure you have before you start this, hit your armor crate button over here or your command center button and make sure you are in gamepad mode right there. I made that mistake the first time and it causes a bunch of weird configuration problems. Anyway, let's find a good game on here. I'm just gonna scroll through. I'm looking at the viewfinder, so I'm not looking at the device itself so that you guys can see this right side up. When I get into a game, I probably won't play very well because of how I'm doing this, but that's okay. As long as you guys see the game work. A random Alien Storm is a fun game. I like that game. All right, we're gonna go, let's select Alien Storm. Game has started. All right, let's go ahead. I believe select is coin. Yeah, so select is coin. Let's start it up. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah, okay. Oops, hold on. Oh man, I didn't mean to use that, but that's okay. Okay, there's my roll. What else do I got? Low energy. Okay, there's my attack. This is just an old school beat 'em up game. Kind of unique though. This is a really fun game. Just an old school beat 'em up. All right, let's exit out of that. You do select and start to exit. And let's try something else. Crazy Taxi, or Virtual On. Oh, Dead or Alive 2. Okay, here, let's go here. Let's check this out. All right, let's see. Let's just get into a game here and I mean, the graphics look great, the frame rate is good. I'm not playing very well, but that's okay. There we go, there's my punch. You know, Dead or Alive is such a good game. It's always been a good game. My wife always uses Vic Viper, but I like Twin Bee. So, I think Twin Bee is hard to start with, but runs great. Side bezels look good. Gotta get my speed up. There we go. Now I shoot my boxing gloves there. I just love this game. We stayed up all night one night and beat this game. I don't know why. All right, guys. Now that you've seen the games that you can play using Eli's Drive, Bearded Man Arcades, this is my personal device, and if I go in here, you'll see that I've got a 2 terabyte SSD in here. So basically, this is all running off of a 1 terabyte SD card, micro SD card, as you guys saw. Asus claims that they're working on a fix. If you're watching this video, this fix may already be out. They're working on a fix because sometimes the micro SD card slot on these can fail. So you may not want, it doesn't happen on every device, and it's still pretty rare, but there are some people that have reported issues with the micro SD card slot. So if you want to avoid that altogether, you can actually just make a second partition in your C drive and label it D, and then just copy everything over to your SSD. That way you won't have to worry about your micro SD card slot failing, and you can actually, at that point, you can remove this card. You can put in a different card if later on you want to put in a different card or whatever, but still have access to all your retro games and stuff. So I'm gonna do that right now, just because I know it's gonna take a while, but I want to do it. Also, once you do this, loading and stuff might be a little faster just because the SSD is miles faster than the micro SD card reader. So what we're gonna do is we are going to right click your Windows icon down here. I hope you guys can see this. Right click, and you right click on this just by holding your finger over it. And we are gonna go to disk management. And we're gonna tap that. If you're not comfortable doing this, that's fine. It's still pretty easy to do. So once you're in drive management, you'll see that there's some space on your SD card here that's unallocated. If it's not set up that way, you can shrink volumes if you're familiar with what's on the volumes to get you the free space that you need in order to do this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this unallocated space and I'm gonna do a new simple volume. We're gonna go next. I wanna utilize all the space, so that's fine. And I want to specify that the drive letter be D. This is what's going to make it compatible with everything that's on his drive. Now, if you notice on there, I don't know if you saw, the menu's a little small, but you may have saw that D wasn't available, and that's because the micro SD card is still in here, and it's currently set to D. So what I'm probably going to have to do is go in here, set it to a different drive letter. So I'm going to go to new simple volume. It's so small and hard to see this, and I apologize. I'll go to next. I want to utilize all of it. I'm going to set it to E for now because I can change that later. So I'll go to next. Just go ahead and leave these as default, and we'll go to next again and then finish. All right, so now it's formatting. All right, I have my new volume E, and I've got 1 terabyte of space basically on that volume. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to exit out of that, and I'm going to bring up the Explorer. I'm gonna go to the SSD. I'm just gonna grab everything and I'm gonna highlight it, right click, we're gonna copy, and then we're gonna go to our new volume right here, E, and we're gonna hold our thumb in there, and then I'm just gonna paste. Now this is gonna take a little bit of time because it is 1 terabyte of data, and I will come back when it's done and we will adjust the drive letter and see if it works. So the copy is finished, and it takes a long time. And if you're going to copy on the device itself, it takes a pretty long time. And by pretty long, I'm talking maybe 3 hours or so. You can use a disk imaging program if you want. There are lots of free versions of those that you can find online. I just did it on my actual device, and I'll show you here. I don't have the SD card in anymore. If I go into my device here, it's all on the same SSD, but I've got my volume labeled D. And if I go in here, I can just start it up. No SD card in the device, so I don't need to use this in case I run into problems with it, and then it starts up like normal. There's the intro video that we saw before. Once it gets into the menu screen or the main game selection screen, I want to show you something that Eli set up, and it comes set up automatically on this card if you purchase it from him. No one's doing this, and it's really, really awesome how he's configured it. So if we go down, you'll see visual pinball. We're gonna go ahead and select that. And then you have your choice of pinball tables here. I've just recently got into pinball, and it's becoming, you know, quite a hobby for me. So let me go through, let's find a good table. I'm a huge fan of Lord of the Rings, so let's try the Lord of the Rings table. Again, don't judge my play. I'm playing through Viewfinder, and we'll press select. Let's put some coins in. Press start, there's our ball. Oh, that was terrible. All right, let me see if I can actually get a good game out of this. All right. I mean, the screen is super clear. I don't know how it's coming up on camera, but it's actually really clear in person. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but you know, if you want mobile virtual pinball, I mean, you can't really do better than this. I mean, honestly, you could go through here, you know, for years and years and years and not play all the games that he's put on here. He's got a really good selection of games on here. He consulted with a few other people to finalize his game list, and I think they did a really good job. I was so excited for this drive. I could not wait to get it, and now that it's actually in my hands, I know that my ROG is gonna get tons of gameplay, not only by me, by my wife, kids, everybody. Everybody in the house is gonna pick this up and wanna play it now. It's got so many retro games on it. And the cool thing about this is you can also play current AAA games. I just installed Street Fighter 6 on it yesterday, and that plays really well. I'm very surprised at how well that plays, actually. Again, a link to his Etsy store will be down in the description below. Bearded Man Arcades from my boy Eli. Check him out. He sells this drive for $250 on Etsy. You can't really go wrong. And he sends you an instruction manual as well. So yeah, check it out. You won't regret it. I guarantee it. Thank you for joining me for this video. Please like and subscribe, especially if you like video game videos like this, or check out the other part of my channel for household repairs and handyman type work, as well as modifications for the Megacade and other gaming type videos. And happy gaming.